Hey, welcome guys, back. It's, what month are we in now? September 1st, and I decided I'd like to make a video for you guys. It's been a while. I've been traveling. I just haven't been making videos. I know. I keep saying I will and I don't do it. Anyways, today's video is on Cayman Islands. So for anybody that wants to go to Cayman Islands or interested in anything related to Cayman Islands, I went for you so I can answer all your questions you have. Make sure you drop them in the comments if you do have questions. So this video is basically going to be about main things you need to know about Cayman Islands before you go while you're there. So first thing, when Cayman Islands is usually one of the expensive islands, so people that usually want to go here know that's kind of a deterrent for them. So I went to it and I'll tell you how to do it in a cheap, reasonably priced way. So first things first, when you land, you need to rent a car. So the whole island itself is an hour drive in total from one end to the other end. So from like the airport area, which is like the south, to all the way in the northern part, Starfish Point, I think is the end. It's like an hour, like 15 minutes drive. And it's the opposite. If you live in Canada or the US, you're driving on the opposite side, so you just have to be careful of that. But I suggest you rent a car, because after 3 days of driving, when I had to refill the gas tank, I think it came out to like $20. So the gas is cheap and renting the car is not expensive either. So I suggest you do that because taxis are way more expensive. So renting a car is your best bet. They have rentals at the airport, so you can just do that right then, or they have rentals all over the city as well. So the most important question when people go to Cayman Islands is the beaches, because Cayman Islands, I've been to so many countries and Cayman has one of the best beaches in the world. So the beaches is a hot topic for Cayman. So I'm just gonna give you the ones I went to and what the vibe is like there, and I'll post up some pictures and videos as I go along with the video. So 7 Mile Beach is like the most famous long beach that everybody knows. All the expensive hotels and beach clubs are all on 7 Mile Beach. So you can hit that at any point as you go along. It's pretty much runs parallel through the whole country. So 7 Mile Beach is one of the most popular ones. Another one I went to was Starfish Point. So all the way to the end of the island is Starfish Point. It's a quiet beach depending where you go. And if you ever seen pictures or videos from Cayman Islands, you see people holding starfish in the water. So it's called Starfish Point. Here's some pictures from me while I was there. There's so much starfish in the water, and if you rent a car and go like early morning on your own, it's usually secluded. If you do a tour though, in any type of excursion or tour in Cayman Island, it usually includes Starfish Point. So sometime in the day, tour buses or boats will be coming by to drop people on excursions to see the starfish, so it kind of gets crowded around that time. But if you do like a separate trip on your own and just rent a car and just go, then you can have like the whole beach to yourself. And that's what I did, and I did the excursion as well, so I had like a little bit of both. And then another one was Smith's Cove, and it's the one that it's good for jumping off a cliff. So it has like a big hill and a big cliff, and then you jump off. So it's really popular for that. And when I went, I think I went on a Sunday or one day on the weekend. So a lot of families that live in Cayman went there, so it was like really crowded. But it was fun. Like all the water in Cayman is amazing. The water is beautiful. That one is just good for jumping in and out. And then we went to another one called Cemetery Beach. It's called Cemetery Beach because it's literally behind the cemetery. So you have to walk through a path between the cemetery or walk on the cemetery or behind it. It's like a little pathway, and then you get to the beach. That was one of my favorite ones because it's after 3 or 4 o'clock, it gets really secluded. There's nobody there. And the water is so nice, the beach is so clear, there's no rocks, there's no sand, it's perfect. Like, I love that. That was one of my favorite. I brought my drone, I was trying to take some footage there, but it kind of my drone wasn't working, technical difficulty, so I couldn't really get any footage from there, but I have pictures. So Cemetery Beach is one of my favorite ones. It was my favorite one. So those are just like the different options for when you guys go. And then food. So Cayman Island dollar is expensive. It's closer to British pounds than like US dollar. So even if you bring like 100 US dollar, you lose money. The exact exchange is right up there for you guys to see. So just know you're gonna be spending money. It's not cheap. It's not cheap like Mexico and all these other places. It's on the higher end. So I'll just tell you some of the places I went to. So they have like regular food places like Burger King, Pizza, but you don't want to come all the way to Cayman Islands and eat generic food that you eat everywhere else. So I went to a spot called Chicken. It was really popular. There was a lineup outside, and even orders, like even when we went, the chicken was sold out. You say you should have to call ahead of time because I guess it's one of the most popular places. Chicken is really good. They have like rice and peas with it, like Caribbean food, amazing. So chicken is one I suggest. I went to Tilly's. It's like a super fancy restaurant, amazing. I got all dressed up. This is what I ate. This is some of the pictures from that restaurant. Tilly's is good. The price is not that bad. If you live in like Toronto or New York or anywhere in North America, like a major city, it's roughly the same price, but like for better food in my opinion. So I suggest Tilly's is one of my suggestions for that. Where not to go. So when I was, I guess like everybody else, when you research a location, you want to go to, you research like places with nice views or best restaurants near the beach, stuff like that. So one came up, it's called Cracked Conch. So I ended up going there, but honestly, like I wouldn't go there again. So it's a good view, but the price is not worth the view, because right below it is like a bar that has the same view and for like 1/3 of the price. So I don't recommend Cracked Conch. The food was decent, but just the price doesn't offset going to that location. That's just me personally, but it's up to you guys if you want to do that or not. That's just my opinion. So those are the main highlights of Cayman. And then where I stayed, so Airbnbs are kind of expensive. The most expensive thing about Cayman to me is the accommodation. So hotels, Airbnb, they're kind of expensive. I stayed at the Westin, which is okay. And then I stayed at the Ritz for one night as well. And if you guys want me to make a video about the Ritz, I'll make a separate video. This is what my room looks like, but if you want me to make like a full video about the hotel, I'll make it. The Ritz is probably one of the best hotels I've stayed, one of the best that I've ever stayed in. Crazy, it's Ritz on the Cayman Islands, so what do you expect? So accommodation is the only thing that's a little bit expensive, but everything else you can do it on a budget. So if you have any questions about Cayman or anything I missed out, you want to drop in the comments, or anything you want me to ask, or any videos you want me to make specifically about Caymans, I'll make more. Just drop it in the comments and I'll answer your questions. And make sure to follow, subscribe, and share this video if it was helpful. If it was helpful to you guys. All right, thank you.